Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. I'm just making sure that my volume is where it should be. Happy Monday to you. That means it's time for Cheer Corner. Now, if this is your first time joining me, you may not know that I am a demonstrator in both Canada and in Europe. So I started my business in Chatham, Ontario, Canada, and I've been a Canadian demonstrator for 17 years now. In October, it'll be 18. Feels like I'm a lifer. But I'm a new demonstrator in the Netherlands, which means I can sell in all the European markets, which is super exciting to me. I'm meeting new stampers all the time, and it's so much fun. It's nothing beats the joy of teaching somebody to stamp for the first time. So please let me know if you're watching and you've never stamped before, and that I have motivated you to do so. So anyway, let's get started. I'm super excited. This is my Cheer Corner. So the purpose of this is that together we can change the world one card at a time. Happy Mail is so important. So as you're watching me make this card, and maybe you're making it yourself, please chime in if you're going to make this card yourself as well and send it to someone. Otherwise, nominate someone to get this card. And how do you do that? Just in the comments below the video, either here or on YouTube. I will post this video on YouTube later. And you can nominate somebody, and please tell me why you're nominating them. It's really hard for me to choose one person. Sometimes last week I sent out 2 cards, but if you think about it, if I send an international card, it's a couple of euros, and in Canada it's a few dollars as well. So you multiply that times 52, it's an investment. So I can't send more than 1 card or I'm going to go broke. So sometimes I do, but mostly I don't. So give me a good reason why your person should get this card. Let us switch over here, and I will peek on Facebook every once in a while just to say hello, but I won't do it a whole lot. I promise that I will go afterwards and check everything for you. So I'm just going to move my grid paper here for a minute. We don't really need it. I have a melon mambo card base that is 4 1/4 inches by 11, scored at 5.5. Then I have given, there's a picture of all the measurements. Then I have a piece of basic black, which I believe, let me see, black, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then a piece of very vanilla that is, let me guess, it is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then I have a die cut that I've done in basic white. And I've also used the dies, this die from the Stylish Shapes dies. And I've already stamped Sending Thoughts, Loving Thoughts and Prayers. And this is from the Sending Support stamp set. And guess what? I forgot to lay it out for you to show it to you. It's a great stamp set that you can get for free during celebration. So maybe at the end of my video, I'll hop away and show you what, I'll grab it off my shelf. We're also going to use this cute little dragonfly, and it comes in a little thing like this, and they're so adorable. So look how nice they are. You get 20 in a thing. So these are for your special people. So let's get started. Oh, please tell me I have my stamp set here. What did I do with it? Oh, here. Okay, we're going to take this big stamp here. It's a Rudbeckia Daisy, also known as a Black-Eyed Susan, also known as Echinacea. And we're going to put that on a big block. For once, I'm not using my Stamparatus. Shocking. So we're going to put it on this big block here. And what I want to do is I want one bold stamp, and the rest are going to be stamped off. That's why I have my grid paper. So I'm going to use my Memento ink. I should turn off my notifications, but I'm not sure if I know how to do that while keeping the volume on my laptop. So this tall one is going to go right here. And that's kind of my focal point there. Giving it a good firm press, like so. And now I'm going to go with a lower one here. There. And now we're going to ink it up again and do something that's called stamping off. So you ink it up, you stamp off on your grid paper, because I want all these flowers to be light. And I'm going to go maybe another taller one here. And it's a little bit too dark actually. And I'm going to go a little bit lighter here on the bottom. There. It's darker than I'd like as well. I should have stamped off again for really, really light background. But that's okay. This is my background. Okay? And we'll just move it out of the way. What we're going to do now is take this guy and we're going to use blends. And I totally forgot to put them in the supply list. So I have Melon Mambo blends. I have Old Olive blends. Then I have Soft Suede blends. And then these two are from the Naturals blends, and this is number 100 and number 200, so the darker ones. These are the natural tones, formerly known as the skin tones, I think, but I think they want to be politically correct. Who knows? Anyway, that's what they're really meant for. So I'm going to start with some dark Melon Mambo, and maybe I should zoom in a little bit. My camera has a hard time focusing when I'm using grid paper, which is why I try not to use it, believe it or not. Here, and now I'm just going to take a moment and check on my Facebook just to say hello and see if anybody is watching. Okay, I don't see anybody just yet, but I don't even see my video, so just give me a minute. And it is February 20th, which means there's only 8 days left in celebration. Okay, so be sure. Oh no, don't tell me it's not happening. I wonder if it's on my personal page. This is not good. Let me go and have a look. I did choose to put it on my Pampered Stamper page, but if not, we're going to go right ahead. I don't see it here either, so that means it's not going live at all. Okay. It's a good thing I checked. Going to my Pampered Stamper page again. Technology, I haven't had any problems with it lately, but it seems to be a problem right now. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's only on YouTube and not on Facebook. Well, here we go. Well, if you're on YouTube with me, that's fantastic. Now we'll see if the internet is strong enough. So if you're just joining me on Facebook right now, I'm sorry. For some reason, my video was only streaming to YouTube. So somewhere something went wrong. So I'll show you what I've done so far. I have stamped the daisy from Nature's Harvest. I did it full strength here in Memento Black, and then I stamped off a few times. And now we're going to color our Rudbeckia, and I've got my dark Melon Mambo. So, oh well, we'll see now. I'm doing a test run to see if this actually works. While I'm in the Netherlands, I don't normally go live to both, even though I have enough viewers to do so. The internet usually isn't strong enough, and then it kicks me off. And then we end up with nothing, so that's not cool. So I'm just going over it now with the light Melon Mambo. I also like stamping the flower on shimmery white and then using a water painter to color. That's also very nice. So you can use all kinds of different ways to make this beautiful. See? And then you can go, oh, I just went off the lines a little bit. That's okay too. I love the brightness of these. And Rudbeckias come in all different colors. They have done so many hybrids. I bought a white one this summer. The nice thing is that it's a very long-lasting flower in your garden. It attracts hummingbirds, butterflies, and other songbirds. So when your flowers are done blooming, don't deadhead them. Let them go to seed, because that's where you get all the birds coming. And it even gives interest to your winter garden. The seed heads are so beautiful. You get some freezing rain. It looks so nice. Okay. I do miss that in the Netherlands. We don't get that much winter weather here. Sometimes a little frost. There. One more. The little guy, and then we'll do the leaves. And this lip is not clicking. I was just going to say you need to hear a click, but this one isn't clicking for me, so maybe I have to get it replaced. This is a small flower, so I'm using my fine tip here. And I'm just going to use the dark one. So this is going to be a nice, bold flower. Now, I can get my color lifter. Of course, I don't have it laying here. And then you can go on those little spots that where you've gone over, and it will lift it off a bit. And I'm just going to do this with the light. That looks kind of cool. Okay, are we ready for the leaves? What I like to do is I'm using the fine tip, and I'm just kind of going over the lines that are in the leaves. So, and then I'll go over it with, don't work ahead too far, otherwise you won't be able to blend anymore. So it's good to not let your colors soak in too much, otherwise it takes too much to blend them. Work in small spaces at a time. There. And then when we're done this flower, we're going to pop it up over top of the stamped images, and it gives a really nice effect. So, how is your week starting? Are you having a good Monday? Or are you getting bad news? I've had a bit of a roller coaster day. First I had really bad news. One of my cousins in Zeeland has received the news that she has stage 4 cancer, and it has spread to her liver. And first news we heard was that she was in a ton of pain, couldn't take it anymore, had to go to the hospital. Now the pain is under control, so that is such good news. And she's going to have surgery tomorrow. So we're hoping and praying for her. Cancer is such an awful disease. But if you've read my Facebook page, yesterday I shared a testimony from one of my customers who had a terrible fall. She should never have lived, but she did. And she talks about the power of prayer and how she could feel it. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who pray, but we're not sure if it really helps. We're told that it does in the Bible, but we don't really know. And so to get the testimony from somebody who was near death and that they could feel the prayers, that's amazing. So give it a listen if you need a little hope and faith in your life. And we always do, don't we? Now the sun's coming up. I don't know if this is blinding you, but we're getting a bit of a shadow, but it looks nice, doesn't it? Now we're going to do the top, and that's usually a dark brown. So I'm going to start with my darkest color. This is the SU100, and I'm just going along the edges here. It's just so rich. Now we're going to go with number 200 just to see. Still quite dark. So I'm going to finish off with my dark soft suede, just to have the shadings in there. You don't want it too dark. Let's see, dark soft suede. Now if you didn't have the other ones, you could probably just use the dark and the light soft suede and it would be fine. So that looks really nice. So now we're going to go back to our card. Here we've got our black piece, and now this is the piece that we stamped on. Now I was saying earlier that these should have been a little bit lighter, but I'll let you compare. We're going to finish this off. Every card you make is different. I made an original, and now I'm copying it. And I'll show you my original, and then we'll do the one that I just finished now, and then you can tell me which one you like better. So now that I've got you on YouTube, and I'm hoping it's still going, please if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. That would be just wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to do this, and look at how great it looks with the pop of melon mambo. So there's a bigger border around this. I will share the measurements later. This video wasn't meant to go live to YouTube, but now that it is, I will alter the description, and I'll put the measurements in here for you so that you can recreate this card. I mean, you could listen to it as well, but I also have the links in my video, so if you click on show more, then you can shop with me too. You know, I get super excited when I get a brand new person shopping with me. That is the highlight of my day, I have to say. Okay, so now what we're going to do, and maybe that person will be you. Look, this is just going to be offset. Isn't that just so beautiful? I don't know if there's a name for this technique, but I think it's just the best. So I'm going to take some dimensionals, And these are the bigger ones. I might have to grab some little ones too, but I'm just putting them in the bigger spots. And if you don't have a small one, then take your scissors and just cut along the edge. See? And then you have some little pieces. And I could just put that on the stem. So, there. And I think that should be sturdy enough. And then all we need to do is add our sentiment. Oh, that's really nice. There. And our dragonfly. So do we want our sentiment in green, old olive, or do we want it in white? I think, oh goodness, that's hard, isn't it? Okay, we're not going to decide yet. We're going to put our dragonfly on with a glue dot. So your glue dots come in a little box and on a spool, and you keep your last glue dot tucked underneath this piece. So here's my glue dot. I'm going to take my dragonfly and give it a good push on there and lift it up. And if it's sticking out a little bit, and you can see that it is, I don't know if, yeah, see how you can see it sticking out? I don't really want that, so I'm just going to flip it like so. They can be manipulated. There we go. And I think I want it, the dragonfly is coming in towards the flower. Okay, so now let's get rid of that ugly grid paper. It's wonderful grid paper, but big decision. Do we want white? See, the white would pop with the white in the background, or, no, I've lost my green one. It's maybe gonna have to be white. Oh. There it is, underneath. Sending loving thoughts and prayers. I think I'm gonna go with the old olive. And I'm sorry, normally when you do a live on YouTube, you've got someone looking at the comments and you're thinking, well, why go live on YouTube if you're not even going to watch? So I'm going to have a look and see. Let's have a look. See if I can see any of you. Yeah, 5 people are watching, so that's wonderful, guys. Uh-oh. And I'm sorry. There, I just turned it off for a minute. Oh, hi, Ina. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Jennifer. This is so nice. So, hello, Glenda. Good to see you. I'm glad it's working. Okay, back to my video. All right, let's put this on. At least I was able to say hello, but what I was going to say is that when Gerard stops being a greenhouse owner, then I'm going to have him moderate my YouTube videos. Won't that be fun? So here's the card. And then now here's my original. See, and that's when we had the bee trinkets. I don't think we do anymore. But I also put on some a clear crystal effects, which is really nice too. But here it is, you can see with a lighter Rudbeckia daisy, and here they're a little bit darker. But you know what? Both cards are nice. And they are nicer in person, I have to say. And then in the inside, you're just going to do the same thing. You can stamp a Rudbeckia and put in an extra layer. So now if you guys have a moment, I will grab the, I'm just going to lay these here side by side. I'm going to grab the sending love and the sending hugs or sending support stamp set so you can see it. Okay, it's right here. That didn't take too long. Life is not perfect. So sending support, some days are harder than others. Sending loving thoughts and prayers. Hope today is one of the easier ones. There are so many ways you might feel right now. Alone shouldn't be one of them. Here for you always. Courage is being really scared and doing it anyway. My shoulder is yours. You've got this. It's okay not to feel okay, and good luck. It's really a great set, and it's free with a $60 purchase until February 28th. So guys, thank you. Thank you for being here. I love it that that you show up for me and that you take the time to comment. It just really builds a great sense of community. I love it when people let me know that their Cheer Corner card arrived. So if you have someone that you want to nominate, please let me know. It's a great honor to be taken into your personal life to, yeah, there's always a story behind a person who needs a card. Sometimes it's a happy story and sometimes it's a sad story. But really, I truly believe that we can change the world one card at a time. And I'm happy to be a part of that. I hope that you have a super day. And maybe this was a happy accident meant to happen, going live on YouTube and maybe Facebook at the same time. Maybe it will work. And that would be nice because that makes it easier for me. So love navigating this online world. And I'm so glad you're a part of it with me.